Hello everybody, welcome back to another video. Sawdinodude here, and today we are back on Isla Muertes to continue to check out our beautiful Jurassic World Reborn mod. So without further ado, let's get started, because today we're checking out the aquatic animals. So as far as aquatic animals go, there aren't that many in the mod. So I've decided to throw in pterosaurs as well for good measure, and feeders too, because we all love feeders. So let's start out with feeders, because they're pretty basic. So this mod has 3 feeders. The goats, which you probably saw in last episode. They come in these 3 colors, and they're meant to be feeders for our carnivorous dinosaurs. I bet they're just going to go their own way. If I punch one in, it'll probably die soon enough. Then we have some crabs, which can live underwater or on land. So yeah, those are just cute little crabs. And then finally we have sharks, which is a pretty big feeder. So you guys can all guess what sharks are used to feed, but we won't be getting there yet in the video. Alright, so let's try to avoid delays as much as possible and get on to our aquatic animals. I'm going to be doing the first 4 first, and starting off with Mawsonia. This is a giant coelacanth. So yep, there's one. There's another one. I believe that those are a male and female, and they're just these massive prehistoric coelacanth, and the sharks are just swimming after me right now, because of course they are. But yeah, the Mawsonia, they're very, very cool. I wish these were in the first version of Jurassic, but I'm glad that they're in this. Next up, we have Beelzebufo, which is a giant frog that ate baby dinosaurs, and I love the noises these make, and I like how cool they look. So they only function underwater, and they just swim around, and they're just really, really cool, chubby Pac-Man froggo boys. Next up, we have coelacanth, which is like the modern version of Mawsonia, basically. So these are still alive today. They're called living fossils, even though there's really no such thing. These are what the coelacanths look like. They eat things. Yep, that one's going after a squid. But yeah, those are the coelacanths swimming among the massive coelacanths and the sharks. So let's look at our last animal, Parasphinctes. I hope I'm saying that right. This is a giant ammonite, and they look very cool. I really love the way that they're animated too. Just look at those tentacles go. It looks like some of our goat has already been eaten. So let's take a look at our next 5 animals, and these are some of the coolest in the mod. Starting out, we have Tylosaurus, which is based off the Jurassic Park video game. So there's one, and those are the 2 colors for them. They look really, really awesome, and they'll kill pretty much anything. This one is swimming into the wall. I'd help it, but it's probably going to bite me while I try to. But those are the Tylosaurus. They're absolutely... So those are the Tylosaurus. They're absolutely amazing. Let's get back up to land before this one tries to eat me again. So after the Tylosaurus, we have the Diplocaulus. These are very huge in this mod, but they're boomerang salamander. They're salamander creatures with boomerang heads, basically. That's the best way I can explain it to you guys. They're very cool looking. Next up, we have Megapiranha, which is like the most self-explanatory name ever. They're giant piranhas, so they're pretty cool. They're pretty aggressive too. Yeah, I feel like most piranhas in real life are about this size, but might just be me. It's always dangerous to go in the water. So next up, we have Crassicrinus, which I'm just going to try spawning here, because they're just going to keep biting at me. So there are a few Crassicrinus. They're just, they're more large, fish-like salamander creatures. They're from the Carboniferous period, and I'm very glad that we're getting some Cenozoic animals in this mod. But yeah, you can see them, they swim around, they're pretty cool looking. And then, of course, this is the biggest prehistoric animal that I've ever seen in a dinosaur mod, ever. And just, it's pretty self-explanatory. this is the Mosasaurus, and this isn't the first time we've gotten a Mosasaurus in the mod, but it's the first time we've gotten a Jurassic World inspired Mosasaurus, and they're just like, I'm surprised my computer's running this, because they're just absolutely massive, absolutely awesome animals, and that's why there are sharks in the mod. So if we set the time to day and take a look, they're just huge. Like, they're concerningly huge. I don't know if anybody can build an enclosure for one of these in survival or even at all, because they're just that big. So now that we can move away from those dangerous seas, you know, Hell's Aquarium, let's grab some of our pterosaurs, because I did promise you guys we'd be doing that too in this episode. So let's start out with Mogonopterus. Very cool looking. This is probably my favorite pterosaur. For some reasons, the pterosaurs in this mod are really, really aggressive. I wish they'd fly instead of just try to kill me, but, you know. There. That one flew. It's still trying to kill me, but that one did fly. So... there we go. You can see some of them fly if I spawn a bunch, but they're still all trying to murder me, so that's not ideal. But yeah, they fly. All of the pterosaurs, of course, they fly, and they look really cool while doing it. Next up, we have Pteranodon, you know, the classic. These are based off of Jurassic World, of course. And they can fly too, but they much prefer to kill me. Alright, so you can now see the Pteranodon flying because they're no longer trying to kill me. And I really like these flying animations on all of the pterosaurs. It's hard to get close to them, but just, yeah, they're very cool. And then the Mogonopterus are flying against the floor, as usual. One of these should actually try to fly away, but, you know, they still look really cool and flying around. So next up we have Dimorphodon, the tiny boy who, like, who did he crunch again? I'm trying to remember. There we have the Dimorphodons. They're little buggers, and one of them should choose to fly eventually. Go on, fly, please. Are none of you gonna actually fly? Here, wait. What if there we go, we put a barrier down, we destroy it, there we go, we got one of them to fly. So yeah, that's what the flying animation on the Dimorphodon looks like, and these guys, I'm not gonna lie, they can fly very far, and I'm pretty sure that they can track you from far away too. If I go into survival mode, maybe not. Next up we have Ludodactylus. So these are based off the Pteranodons from Jurassic Park 3, in the same way that the Achillivator is like the Jurassic Park 3 Velociraptor. So they're very epic looking, and hopefully those will fly away. You know the drill. I'm pretty sure their animations are the exact same as Pteranodon, and all the pterosaurs are now killing each other. Mogonopterus, you already saw. Pteranodon, you already saw. Quetzalcoatlus, the largest pterosaur ever. Really cool looking. Hopefully this one will fly. Realistically, in real life, they couldn't fly. They probably could just glide, but it looks like in this mod, maybe they can. Here, if I knock them off... oh, they can only glide. A little... no, they can fly. Pretty cool looking. The animation is a bit disjointed on this one, I'm not gonna lie, but still cool. Then we have Sawdinodude, which, I don't know if I'm right here, but because I haven't read the novel in a very long time, but I do believe that these are inside the Jurassic Park novel. So they're just gonna stroll around. If I put one up on the tree, it'll probably fly. Fly away, boyo. There we go, yep. That one's like... okay, these must be a bit buggy, because they just kind of freeze in place, but you can see those are the Sawdinodude, and then we have Tropignathus, and this one reminds me of the Ornithochirus from Walking with Dinosaurs, and these are my favorite pterodactyls. Oh my god, I said the cursed word, pterodactyls. But they're my favorite pterosaurs in the mod. And then finally, we have Zenuanopterus, which are small and still really cool. So those are all the pterosaurs and the aquatic animals in the mod. Really, really cool. So everybody, thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed, please like, comment, and subscribe to Sawdinochondria, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye.